You know what the Techno Bowl music means. Bo Jackson is kicking dicks in the dirt, and it is Papa's Football Podcast. I'm your host, John Papa Giorgio. I am joined by Howard Flood.
What it do?
Going left to right here. Brian Bolte.
What's good?
And comedian Dom Grayer.
Hey, how's it going?
I am sure no kids in your past ever called you Dom Gayer.
Oh,
That was
terrible
never...
elementary school.
I mistyped it 3 times that way already, and I was like, wait a minute. A little light bulb went off. Show's website, pfpod.com. Go there for every episode of this we've ever done. Of course, inpapasbasement.com is the main show, so if you like the comedy of this, I mean, it's not completely focused on football analysis. I'm going to confess that right now. If you want fantasy numbers, A, shoot yourself. B, find another podcast to listen to.
We are not ESPN.
No. We turned our nose up at that money. You know, like Nike, Gatorade, they're all like, can we give you ads? And we're like, dude, we're not corporate.
No dick jokes, no deal.
Exactly.
I approve.
That was red-faced Brian's demand. Can I make a cock joke every 18 seconds? We'll give you 22. No.
Dice. You'll not censor my art.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. It's like taking Picasso's brushes from him. So find us on iTunes, find us on Stitcher, find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Papa's Basement. It's got all the videos from all the shows up there. So it was week 7, I believe, in the NFL.
That is correct.
Any games stand out to you guys? You take your picks. I got some shit I want to talk about, but if anyone really wants to cut to the front of the piss line.
Word on the major media outlets was that this was kind of a crummy week for watching games, so I think we can really pick on the games we liked as opposed to going for the top stories out of the league.
Okay, well, I just want to put something out there. You guys join in, agree, disagree, whatever. I watched the Thursday night, what was it, Packers hosting the Bears? Or was
Why?
It's Thursday night, and that's the only game on.
I mean, there's that, but I think I'm putting this out there. Is there a less watchable fucking team than the Chicago Bears? I don't know. Like, there's shittier teams. There's the 49ers. There's your beloved Browns.
Go Browns.
But I find them 1,000 times better to watch than the Bears. Like, the Bears somehow play like an 0-16 team anytime I watch them, at least. I don't think I've ever seen them win. Like, I've rewatched the 85 Super Bowl, and somehow they lost it because I was watching that shit. Like,
I turned off the game to watch the Kardashians. That's how bad it was.
really? That
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
Call back.
yeah.
That's jokes for us in the room only.
Call back to shit we talked about before the mics went live. I don't get it. They always seem like they're going to lose, and it's not close. Like, they're dying a slow death 4 minutes into the game.
I mean, even in Chicago, they're so bad that now that the Cubs are heading to the World Series.
Oh, there's something to believe in. Yeah.
I mean, people were watching the Cubs and the NLCS. When was the last time you heard an NFL team losing to its baseball counterpart in ratings? That's how bad the Bears are this year.
We're talking like when women still stayed in the home and didn't shave their pubes type shit. Like,
That would be a horrible, horrible time. They're down to their third string Eagles cast-off. Was it Barkley? The USC guy?
Yeah.
He's playing. He's trying to play quarterback. He's trying.
I remember from my 2 years in sports radio when there was a debate that the Redskins should have just like chilled out and gotten Matt Barkley. Thank God. You know, I would rather have flushed the 3 fucking first rounders in the second for RG3, knowing how it panned out, than have Matt Barkley.
Trust me, don't say that. RG3 is not pulled through for anybody.
No, we've talked about RG3 on the show earlier this season. The problem is for the Redskins, at least they got a divisional title out of all the shit they gave up.
It was a great year. Those were some awesome Subway commercials. I will never forget.
The Browns have gotten 30 minutes of garbage. They got them for nothing, and they've gotten nothing. So I don't know what I would rather have. Like, not being a fan of either team, it's a tough call, but I'd say the Browns got the worst deal on that.
Yeah, honestly, I had faith in him at first, and I was like, oh, yeah, RG3 is going to come through. He's going to be our savior. And then, 2 quarters in, he breaks something. He's out for 12 weeks. So
no, it's the same off-season bullshit cheap talk that counts for nothing. I remember, what year was it? John Beck was coming in for the Skins, and this guy called into the station back when I worked at 106.7 The Fan. And he gave the most impassioned, intelligent defense of how, like, it's been a couple years, just never gotten a chance in this league. And if words were touchdowns, this man was Peyton Manning. And then he went out that weekend and could not fit enough cock in his mouth. And you're like, oh, you do suck. You're going to be a great motivational speaker in 18 months, but you suck on the gridiron.
Papa's podcast. Guaranteed one dick joke per minute.
Yeah. Fuck you, ESPN. Never. So yeah, I started with that lousy Thursday game, and I tapped out quickly. Trying to think what the fuck else. I know that they're trying to pin the lousy ratings this year on like black players reminding us they're black, like, which is a shocking act. Where they always said like why the NFL got to skate on that is like black players are wearing helmets, they're wearing like, you know, full on uniforms. You can kind of just be like, oh, they're all the same. But it has been a shit primetime product this year. The Thursday night game ate shit and isn't necessary. Let's just put it right out there. Fuck Thursday night football. The Sunday night game was at Arizona hosting Seattle. I know, Howard, that's up your alley where it's like 0-3 at halftime. The whole of America hates you for that.
No, man, I don't. I need more than field goals. Like, I need a game with touchdowns. It doesn't have to be a lot of them, but at least one, man. Give me one per team.
I came in second half, maybe like, I don't know, 10 minutes left in the fourth, and I watched the remainder of the game. That fucking Arizona kicker. And may I just say also, so many blown calls. So did you watch it, Dom?
No, I caught the highlights.
Dude, so many, like the last second field goal that would have won it for Arizona. Seattle is like climbing over the line, all sorts of illegal contact.
No. That's not true. That's actually a huge myth about how the rule is called. You're listening too much to the coach complaining about it.
No, it was Chris Collinsworth was just like
he's
playing the
too.
highlights and just laughing. He's like, I think I see a little contact.
Wait.
It's not about contact. The rule is like if you land on a guy, basically on a kick.
Okay.
If somebody jumps over the snapper and they land on the snapper and trying to block a kick, that's a penalty. If you're ridiculously athletic like Bobby Wagner and you just clear the guy, like, yes, he touches him, but he doesn't land on him.
Okay.
That means it's okay. So it's not a penalty.
That's a whooping.
So the snapper got tackled, or what
no, he got cleared. Like the guy hurtled over him to block the kick.
Oh, that sounds fair to me.
But I mean, so like basically Bobby Wagner's foot grazed his back. So that's why everybody was saying, that should be a penalty because he touched him. You have to completely hurdle him. And the rule was fortunately written. So it's just like, as long as you're not like going to hurt the guy, we're not going to call this. Like if you're landing on a dude, that's a problem. Like you could really hurt him. If you're actually like clearing the guy.
I would have been more upset if that were the only entertainment and I went to bed on that note. I would have been so sour today, but I forced myself. You know, I've got the discipline of steel, girded my will, and I watched an episode of Black Mirror that was like some of the best shit I've ever seen.
Which episode? Do you know the name of it?
Oh yeah, from the new season, number 3, called San Junipero.
What's Black Mirror?
Okay.
Everybody doesn't know what it is.
Black Mirror is what used to be a UK kind of very Twilight Zone-esque, but always obsessed with technology and the near future, shit going horribly awry.
This is why I don't know what it is.
Yeah. What's hilarious about it is if you're watching, especially on an iPad, before the text comes in, you're just staring at a black reflection of your face, and you're like, is this the Black Mirror? Dun, dun, dun. Season 3 is like a joint American-British venture. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because the British just fucking think we're dumb as shit. Like they can't understand we like their fanciness and like their cucumber sandwiches and how they talk like Hugh Grant and shit.
Have you seen our presidential candidates? They might be right.
They're right. But they did a joint thing with Netflix, which is an American company. And now like every episode, the assholes just sound like me now. Like maybe 2 out of the 4 has been all fancy and Britney. The other 2 is just like, oh, we're Americans and shit.
But they make more money when they do that, honestly. Like Kitchen Nightmares, I used to watch it when it was on BBC. It was way more like Gordon Ramsay in a documentary showing like, this is a bad restaurant. Let me show you how to run it well. And then they make it into an American show. And then it's like one of those home renovation or restaurant renovation shows where it's like, you get a new bar. we're gonna give you so much free crap, like free. Yeah, it's just
Free shit for everyone.
it doesn't matter how to run a restaurant now. It's just like we just renovated this bar. It's so sad that it goes from being like content to like shiny things.
Yeah,
that's kind of how America works.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to think the Netflix people are fancy though, right?
I mean, I like.
Are
that.
you
I even
Netflix
watched?
guy?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
I even watched the really bad half-star horror movies on Netflix. Those are my.
Oh, see, I'm big on their original shit for the most part.
You
but
don't have to watch the old horror movies anymore to see boobs. You can go to like RedTube.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it anymore.
no,
That's
but I shit you not, San Junipero, just a sci-fi masterpiece. Got aroused multiple times and cried multiple times. You tell me the
Wow.
last time you did that.
All in 45 minutes.
Yeah, maybe when you watch Cocoon, but
Sci-fi masterpiece. Is that like Jumbo Shrimp?
yeah, get the hell out of here.
I love fucking with you,
Like
John.
like you've never watched Predator 2.
No, but I left my mom's box looking like the Predator's mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, visual. Like,
Don't take that joke. It's in my set.
You made it grow teeth.
No, they're already there.
So guys, what stood out to you from the weekend? I mercifully missed the Skins game, so if I'm not talking about it much and not leading off with it, all I can tell you about that fucking game, I watched the updates while sitting in my stand-up class, and with 5 minutes to go, I booted up the NFL app, and because I have Verizon, I can watch the video. And during a dude performing his fucking set, you just suddenly hear like, Cousins is at the 10. And I'm like, fuck you, fucking back. My phone silent. And like,
Why is he heckling me?
Thank God my teacher did not acknowledge it.
See, that Browns game stood out to me. I see. I'm a I don't know if anyone knows. I'm a huge Cleveland Browns fan. I've been a Browns fan since I was like 6, and still.
Are you
today.
from Cleveland or what?
No, my dad's from Cleveland.
Okay,
I was
Okay,
like,
you get a pass.
see,
Yeah.
I hadn't even nothing about football at first. So you should be a Browns fan, like the best team ever. I was like, oh yeah, I bet.
You're just little. Like, does he feel
Yeah.
bad for what he did to you?
Completely ruined my like any football bragging rights.
Yeah. Like, do you ever just turn to him and you're like, you lied?
Right? He was like, Jim Brown was amazing. I was like, yeah, like the fucking like
Fucking 1880s.
yeah, fucking old ass. But
When you were mad as a teenager, would you say things like, why couldn't you have been a Bengals fan?
No one's that mad.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I get so upset when everyone's like, "Oh man, the Steelers are doing so well. How are the Browns doing?" I'm like, we got one win and we're doing great. Well, this
Yeah.
year we're still
We're
what?
building.
Yeah, we're 0-7. We're gonna get that win. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. But our whole team. My excuse this year is our whole first string is injured, except for Crowell and our fourth string quarterback. He put in work. He ran a 17-yard touchdown. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll take it.
Does anyone want to guess his name?
I don't even know.
Exactly. Kansas City 6th-round draft pick
Javier Bartman.
Kevin Hogan.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's very.
He was running for his life. He was scared. He ran for over 100 yards. And
Is that Hulk's boy?
Don't give him a Supra.
No, to this day, the most Browns thing I've ever seen, just a throwaway Thursday night game. They're visiting the Ravens probably like 4 years ago, and they're returning a punt, and the Ravens are, converging. Whoever's the return man gets clocked helmet to helmet, blacks out immediately, falls like a bag of dog shit from a fifth floor window. They grab the fumble, run it in for a touchdown, and then just like go back to check because he's still on the field, like not even twitching, just out cold. And I'm like, I have never fucking seen a man black out and turn it over. Like,
I honestly think we're cursed. I think because I remember there's that
it's
one
fucking
game
weird, dude.
we played the Ravens and we kicked the field goal through, but then it hit the back bar and bounced out. So they spent about 5 minutes determining if we
debating?
won. Yeah, that shit.
That
like,
has to
it pissed
count,
me
right? If
off.
it went back.
Yeah, they're like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, we're
come
gonna give it to the Browns. They haven't won this year, so
Fuck it.
We talked about this beginning of the year. I was so excited because I want RG3 to be successful. And when you guys got RG3, I'm like, yeah, they've got this. RG3 is going to recoup himself. He's going to do a great
He's
job.
got a 21-year-old blonde riding his dick. He's very successful.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we came to this determination that he's got new pussy, so he cannot get his shit together. And same thing with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
his ex-wife was probably laughing when he got injured that game.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It was just
No, she wants to continue to get that fat check. She wants him to
Yeah,
play.
damn right.
Yeah, you got a point.
She's probably getting it either way. I don't know how divorces work, but I just kill my exes. But
He's not kidding.
yeah,
Oh man.
no, but she's probably I don't know, working that breast pump. Those things are gigantic. That's a 3-hour affair, milking each one, and she's hoping to see him on the field.
His what do you call her? His big titted ex-wife.
Yeah, his buxom concubine. She definitely has some titty meat.
Now you guys had me Google it. I've never seen before.
Oh, his ex?
Yeah,
She is one of those deals where, I mean, she's not Dolly Parton, so they're not on display all the time. You have to find the right pictures, but there are some where you're like, oh yeah, that must have been like fun to bat around.
Yeah. You definitely work hard to find those. That is your MO, man.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who listens to the regular show knows that.
No, I'm using the Tor browser. I'm on the darknet to find hacked security footage of their house. Yeah.
Onion.
Yeah, exactly. So what the fuck else happened? God,
I got one.
Oh, let's hear it.
My favorite AFC team, the Chargers.
Oh, they bounced back to beat the Falcons, was it?
And that's not supposed to happen because somehow the Chargers lose constantly at the end of the game.
Fortunately, you played another team that's choke city. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons are just known for blowing.
I think what's funny as shit is I remember last year, did not the Falcons come out like 5-0 or some crap, and then maybe had two more wins the entire rest of the year? It was insane. And then this year they did something similar where they're like 4-1, and I think now they're like 4-3 or some crap. Or
I believe
it started to come off very fast for them yet again.
Well, the Chargers now are 3-4, and actually, and they're not in a great division, so people are talking about something. But I've got the kicker that kicked the field goal to win is Josh Lambo Field, baby. He came out and did his thing.
Oh, is it spelled like
Lambo?
Oh, like Rambo,
like Rambo, but Lambo.
Okay,
yeah. I love the name.
So like in Japan, he'd be Rambo.
Josh wins line of the night. John wins line of the night.
Oh man. No, but that division now is so bad for the NFC South. I think Tampa could win it. It's really going to be that bad where Jameis Winston could actually win a divisional title. At this point.
No, what's up?
I said really. I was just like, that's insane.
Oh well, you were making the case, Howard, before we went on air when we do all the good stuff, that Josh Norman should be an MVP consideration. And I will say he's not a quarterback, so he never will be, because that's what the league is. But
I'm just saying, look at what happened to the Panthers without Josh Norman this year. They're terrible right now. And look what happened to the Redskins this week when he goes out of the game with a concussion. Do you really think that the game-winning drive with less than 2 minutes left, do you really think that the Redskins were going to give up that, just 50-second drive? The Lions went, 75, 80 yards? In 48 seconds, something like that. Would that have happened if Josh Norman was on the field?
All I know is that I saw that score with 30-something seconds left, and I'm turning to Oathman sitting next to me in my fucking stand-up class. I'm like, they're gonna do it. This is fucking nuts.
They should have. If Josh Norman had been out there, they would have.
Yeah.
You were without Norman. You were without Breland. If he was back in, he had 2 injured ankles. Their 2 best corners are out. I don't know, and they can't get the safeties right. We got your guy Whitner.
Yeah,
thank you for him. He's slowly but surely coming on. But yeah, I guess you're right though. If the Panthers went from what they were doing to 1-5, or what are they now? Are they so 1-5? They had a bye, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they were off this week.
Yeah, it's pretty unimpressive what they're doing, and our Skins actually have a winning record. So maybe you're onto something here.
I do hate that it really comes down to statistics, because I don't know, I heard Skip Bayless talking earlier today, Dak Prescott has the highest QBR, so therefore he should be the MVP. I mean, I don't know, what the hell are you talking about, man?
That wouldn't work this year. I'm not gonna lie. If Tony Romo was still in, there's no way their record would be this high.
I'm just saying, Ezekiel Elliott is leading the NFL in rushing. I think that helps when your running back is leading the league in rushing. I don't know if that makes you the most valuable
Dallas
player.
is doing everything that even an uneducated piece of so uneducated, I pronounce it uneducated.
Uneducated.
Yeah. They're doing everything that makes it easy as shit for a rook quarterback. They have an offensive line from hell. They got this monstrous running back. So yeah, they've completely set it up for this dude to be successful. And then fucking somehow the league is shocked this works. It blows my mind. It's the most fundamental crap. And I guess when you're in personnel, and you're a coach and shit, like somehow you lose sight of it. But if you were ever like, hey, John, build a great team from scratch, I'd be like, cool, give me like fucking 5 ogres up front on both sides of the ball, and then I'm just going to chill.
Is Zeke, Zeke's a good running back, but I think Alfred Morris could be doing the same thing. I don't think you need.
That's what everyone says. That,
with those beasts out there.
Yeah.
I think John would have 4.5 yards of carry.
Oh, yeah, it'd be great.
Hey, man, you get that $1 million contract.
I put you on my fantasy football team.
Yeah.
It means anything.
Oh, shit. What the fuck else was good this week other than, well, pretty much nothing. Colts beat Titans. Maybe the most worthless thing I can think of. Chiefs beat the Saints. I mean, Drew Brees becomes the first quarterback with, 100, 300-yard games to his name, but like it's kind of meaningless.
We can talk about that Seahawks Cardinals stand right there, the 6-on-6.
It was the shittiest thing, dude.
I watched first quarter, second quarter, and I just skipped third quarter and went back 2 minutes left. And
I couldn't be happier that I came in with 10 minutes left. I was like, cool, I'm caught up.
That epitomizes people's discontent with this NFL season. I mean, it seems like people have, especially I think there's a large segment of NFL fans who are voting for Donald Trump that are actually turning off games in order to watch debates. That's one of the biggest problems that the NFL's had this season. Where when was the last time you heard of presidential debates stealing viewers from NFL games? That actually happened this year. It's crazy.
No, you're right. It was kind of.
I feel it's more of a reality TV show this year too.
Yeah.
It's going to be huge. Next NFL season going to be huge.
It just doesn't help when people are starting to come back now that election season's winding down to turn on Sunday Night Football and you have a 6-6 tie.
I'll be honest. I think it's in part for me this year that I have had so much shit to do on Sundays that that sacred bond has been broken for me. And it's like cheating on a wife. Once you do it once and lightning doesn't strike you, you're like, fuck it. I'm on Tinder. I'm on Bumble. I'm on OkCupid. Let's go for broke this shit.
Glory hole.
What is that fucking movie? Oh God. Woody Allen thing from 90 where there's a dude who commits murder and he realizes just nothing is going to happen, and that's the whole crux of the fucking flick, that he realizes he just has to live with it but nothing else will happen. That's kind of what happened to me. I skipped football and I'm like, oh, you know what, my life went on and I had to spare 10 goddamn hours this week. It's money.
So you're coming out saying this is why Woody Allen married his daughter?
Exactly. Yeah. You skip football. You skip enough football, you get into 10-year-old Asian chicks.
Shit, I'm gonna have to tune in this week.
Yeah. Or do you?
But here's my theory on why the NFL sucks now. It's actually bad that you got guys like Dak Prescott and Carson Wentz leading the league in passing. Because you got all these other quarterbacks making a third of their roster's salary cap. And what's happening is because the league's gone to this pass-oriented offense where you got, just the short passing, replacing the run game, talented at quarterback to succeed. And I think that's what's happening.
No, you'll get a fuck ton of completions for doing nothing.
And so you want that guy to have the smallest cap number possible.
This all being said, are you going to see people going back to putting a sick offensive line like the Redskins did back in the day, the Hogs, and we'd not have the most talented quarterback, but we could shove the ball down your throat constantly anytime we wanted to with running backs.
I love how you're let's get a lot of hogs, let's shove it down our throats.
We needed a new dick joke.
No, that could be no shit what is going on here. For the longest time when the NFL is cleaning up, think about what was happening. Tony Romo, Peyton Manning, God, it pains me to put Tony Romo, but in that sentence, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, these guys are putting up gaudy statistics. And our last, 4 years now, the Seahawks and the Broncos have shown that these bruising defenses are as effective as ever. Just a great defense and great running.
Yep.
And guess what? That's the shit that the NFL wanted to move the fuck away from. And it's what they did move away from for the longest time. And it's what got them their numbers. And now that these defenses have been shown to be so good, people are moving toward them because they're like, fuck it, we want to win. That's great. I love winning. It's fucking awesome.
Right.
And it's starting to shift back into this game that I remember not being as excited by. Because I remember it's a kid in the 80s and 90s. Like, I'd tune on a random game and I'd be like, what the fuck do I care for this? Like, nothing was happening.
No, it's a little different though. Like, just the short passing bullshit. Like, let's at least watch guys run between the tackles instead of like, hey, 5-yard passing game. Like, it's really boring to watch the Patriots play, I feel, because they're just constantly like methodically working down the field. It's not exciting. You don't need the deep passing game anymore like you used to, where you just ram the ball down somebody's throat, and then you'd force the defense up, and then you could open up the downfield passing game.
Yeah.
I just don't feel that's available anymore.
There's not a lot of like uncorking it. You're absolutely right. There's not a lot of like 45, 50-yard monsters getting lobbed out there.
Why would you ever do that if like you can constantly and consistently just
Yeah,
complete
eat the
15-yard
clock.
passes? Yeah.
Yep.
Howard doesn't want field goals. He wants dirty holes. It's coming from a guy that eats the green stuff out of a crab. I just want another throwback joke for in the room.
The mustard. Let's go through the rest.
That's what
of
we do in Baltimore.
The rest of what I managed to see this week. I caught the 9:30 game. I don't know if you guys are fans of 9:30 games. Dom, are you?
Yeah, I'm a fan of that.
I love it. I love it. It's like our dirty little East Coast thing. You West Coast boys over there, you get to wake up with your 10 a.m. Yeah, your 10 a.m. games. Fuck that. I love that there's a 6:30 game that you guys aren't going to touch.
No.
Not unless
Fuck
you're
no.
coked up from the night
I'll be up
before.
because of my kids.
Yeah.
I'll be watching the game.
Giants Rams. I feel like watching the first 15 minutes of that, I caught a lot of the game's action. Who is the Giants safety that like just put his ass like a Yokozuna the whole of the Rams, especially? Who the fuck do they have? Case Keenum?
Case Keenum is still quarterbacking for that team, according to Jeff.
Jeff Fisher said, I will make changes at receiver before I make changes.
Is golf that bad? Number 1 overall pick. Keenum throws 4 picks.
Fisher hates starting rookie quarterbacks. He does not believe in it.
Then why the fuck did you take it? You could have developed somebody. And then they've showed that with Dak Prescott and other people.
Yeah.
You didn't have to give up that pick. They had other issues if they're not going to play the kid.
Jeff Fisher is adamant that the short-term benefit will not be the same as like the long-term gains he had with like Steve McNair.
The Giants.
Not only that, it keeps you safe. Like, seriously, if you
Yeah,
eat
you're
shit
right.
this whole year, if you're Jeff Fisher, but you didn't start the guy, you're not going to flush the whole goddamn team and fuck shit up and then have a new guy.
Why
Take
not
him
throw
out for
him
a
out there?
spin.
You're going to go 7-9 anyway, tops, the way it's going.
Yeah.
It's
And
Jeff Fisher. He'll always be 7-9, maybe 8-8 on a good year.
I feel like it's better to take the risk with the rookie than 4 picks.
You would think.
4 picks. Jesus Christ, put me out there. Like,
Yeah.
right?
The Giants,
I do it, coach.
the Giants shit the bed. They did not do
They were
anything.
not good. No.
17 points on 4 turnovers, and that's just interception. I don't know how many fumbles they had. They had no running game.
There were 12. It set a record.
Eli
You
was
should pay
out there
attention.
writing plays on his forehead again
Yes.
and did nothing. And 17-10.
It's I don't know. It was not a technically sound game. We'll leave it at that. Bills finally cool off just like the Redskins did. I think both teams started 0-2, then rattle off 4 in a row. They get cooled by the Dolphins. Who the fuck is the Dolphins running back that everyone's jacking their dicks about? Because JJJ or something? AJJ?
Ajayi.
He's the one that
Oh, it's Ajayi. It isn't just AJJ.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck with that.
he was the one people were afraid about because of his knee issues, but he was very talented and they didn't think he could make it in the league because he was so banged up in college.
You're making me want to
And-
punch up the fucking Mike Schmidt clip that Opie and Anthony used to
The
play.
crying one?
Yeah, where he cries like a
I'm
bitch.
so glad.
Two bad knees. Yeah. Take that up for your amusement. Here we are.
He also had his head wasn't screwed on straight from what I heard too. He may not have.
Some 18 years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio
Yeah.
with two
Love it.
very bad knees. And a dream to become a Major League Baseball player.
That's not in the original.
That's beautiful. I
See,
love that.
That's only audio. There was a man molesting him from behind. That's why he was crying. That's the only reason to cry like that.
Oh, God.
That was my signature cry for a while.
It sounds like that. Do you ever hear that crackhead cry from the? Maybe no one knows this one. You guys watch TV all the time. You've never heard that one, where the guy they're doing an intervention, and it's his father, and he does the crackhead.
I think that's what they cut to.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was? Okay.
Yeah, that was the gag.
I really thought that was Schmidt.
It's like a black dude with like half his teeth.
Yeah,
That's what they
that
cut
was
to.
amazing. The build up for that like cry was
Oh
beautiful.
shit. Oh god. Oh, so Patriots. I hate when this shit happens when you schedule these marquee matchups. You think they're going to be marquee on paper. A good 4 p.m. game. Yesterday, Patriots at Steelers. Before the injuries ravaged the Steelers, it looks like a great fucking game. Like, who the hell doesn't want to watch the Patriots fight the Steelers? Like,
I mean, that still looks like a preview of the AFC Championship game, from what I can tell. So, I mean, it's kind of disappointing you didn't get Big Ben in there.
yeah, it was who the hell was their backup that they had in?
Landry.
Landry Jones.
Landry Jones. Yeah,
Fucking Okie. No good Okies.
it was. It looked like
didn't
something
shit
was
the
happening
bed.
for it. Yeah,
They
it
had a
wasn't horrible,
chance.
but
Shout out to sarcasm, by the way. I think that's our Pittsburgh
Sarcasmic
fan.
92
Sarcasmic, that's it.
at Sarcasmic 92,
92,
whose
okay.
avatar on Twitter is always something related to her big ginger milkers. So God bless her.
I heard you guys met her.
She came down one time or some shit. Yeah.
How far down she go?
Ah.
I had to get the dick joke in. It's been a minute. Sorry.
She actually
Honestly.
went to a filthy Woodbridge, the home of
Ooh.
one Pete, maybe.
Did she get a Woodbridge tattoo with Pete?
Yeah.
Across the lower of her back.
Matching star Woodbridge tattoos, one on each nipple.
Honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of tired of Tom Brady. I want Tom Brady
Oh,
to play.
fuck yeah. I want the
Yeah.
wheels to fall off that piece of shit.
The 75% completion, 8 touchdowns, no interception,
No.
Tom Brady.
Honestly, I felt like because we were the first game he played, as soon as he came back, I felt like we were a human sacrifice. Like Brown was
yeah.
like, yeah, you just warm up with them, Tom Brady. And
No, man, that was it kickboxer or blood sport when Bolo Young like beats the shit out of a guy in the ring and then like cracks his neck just for good measure. You're like, my God, he's killed a man in the ring. That was you.
yeah, and everyone's like, oh, you guys have a chance. I was like, stop it. I'm not even watching this
yeah.
game.
I mean, I used to feel that way about Tom Brady, but like, tell me who the second best quarterback was this week in the AFC. I mean, because right now Big Ben is out. So right now in the AFC, who's the second best
A
quarterback?
man named Andrew Dalton. I don't know.
The guy who throws up and says, Green, please catch it.
Yeah. God damn it.
No, the AFC sucks. The quarterbacks suck. It's probably Phillip Rivers, honestly. Really?
Rivers, you're probably right because he's throwing to backups. But Tom Brady, I got to give him this. The guy's throwing to wide receivers.
Yes.
They handicap
Are the
guy.
pictures of athleticism. Yeah.
Go throw it out the white boys. And he's still doing it. So
Well, yeah, he does that little like white slot receiver type shit where he, like you said, it's just like 5 yards, but it's guaranteed.
Well, I mean, they got two ridiculous tight ends.
Gronk
Tell us-
smash.
No, I don't like Gronk. Gronk is too big.
No,
he
but
can catch
Howard,
anything
the
he
one
throws
is
to
in
him. Like,
prison. You sound sadly.
They replaced him. They got out of that bad contract. Now they got Martellus Bennett.
Oh,
He's
okay.
leading the league. He's leading the team in receptions, I believe, and receiving
the-
yards.
Wait, is
So-
Bennett theirs from day one? Or
No, they got him
did they
later.
acquire him from?
I get confused because his brother's in the league too. Like he was with the Cowboys at one point because he was talking shit about how much he hates Jason Witten.
Ooh,
Jason Witten
I
wouldn't
like
help
this character then.
him. Yeah, he was just like, fuck Jason Witten. Jason Witten never helped me do shit. And now I'm
Wow.
better than him.
Wow,
He
I
went
like
at
this
him,
guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No, Martellus Bennett's pretty cool.
I
And
feel like
he's-
Burns when who is it? Shit, the bully. God damn it! Why am I brain farting? This is the most pathetic thing that's ever. Nelson Muntz. Was it? Yeah,
You farted.
it's the Burns' air contest, and I think Martin hops out and he's like, ring, ring, ring with the trolley, and then Nelson hops out and just punches him in the gut, and Burns goes, ooh, put a star next to him. That's how I feel hearing this. Sorry. That would have been great if I got it out 15 seconds sooner.
Everything ties back to the Simpsons.
And even
somehow.
then, it derailed poor Howard over here.
No, not at all, man. I'm just saying. I was trying to actually look up Martellus Bennett's story. I'm just saying, like, when you have him and Gronk in the middle of the field, like, seriously, any of us could line up in the slot and probably be wide open at some point.
I feel that's been the
I feel like I
theme.
can get a few yards.
Yeah, that's been the theme of this episode, that all of us in the right circumstances can succeed in the NFL. That just putting that out there. If anyone wants to sign us.
But maybe not like for the full season, but like there's a certain point where they're bigger fish to fry than like whatever chump is like the 4th or 5th option on most teams. Where, yeah, that guy should be open a fair bit. You probably don't want to be thrown to him most of the time. You expect to win in the playoffs, but yeah, no, that guy's gonna be open.
Yeah, I mean, how much does Waterboy get played? I feel like I'd be a great Waterboy, to be honest.
Boy.
So should we put it out there? If anyone wants to sign a late 30s, 175-pound back, I'm up for
it. No, bottom, not back.
Well, bottom back. Well, either one. Shit, I'll get him water. I don't care.
Oh, and let's just put this out there. Lorenzo Alexander.
Oh, my.
For we Redskins fans, we know him well. Dude had 9 sacks for his entire career. Coming up to this year, where he's 33, signed the league minimum 1 year with the Bills. The dude's got 9 sacks this year, has had at least a half sack each game so far, leads the league.
Love it.
Fucking insane. Oh, it's great.
He was our captain of our special teams. He was the man. I like him.
Yeah, exactly. It was thought that he would have to like special teams ball out to stay on this. And now some people are going to like sign this guy for a 2 or 3 year contract or something fucking insane. I'm Facebook friends with him randomly enough. Like once he got cut. Oh yeah. I was like he just popped up. Like you have 5 mutual friends and he had been cut. I'm like, wounded duck, add friend. And sure enough, he was like, fuck it, add him back. Maybe I know him. And now I just got like weird Facebook updates of like his progress and people are tagging him. They're like, yeah, 1-man gang, motherfucker.
You know what? Some of us blossom in our late 30s or mid 30s.
Yeah,
he's a beast though. He's just great in that system. And he is balling out. Those 2 more sacks this week, wasn't it?
I don't know. I think he got like 1. I could be wrong.
Well, either way.
Yeah.
Good for him.
No, it's night and day.
And he's he's a cool guy. He was always
stop the show right here. I'll fucking duel you with pistolas. Shit.
So I have a question.
Sure.
How do you guys feel about the fines happening this league? Like this year? All of the
you mean in the
taunting
no
fines?
fun league, Dominic?
Yeah. I mean, the bow and arrow, I kind of understood that, but the
but really,
what was it?
Well, especially because
he
after
could have injured somebody
it,
in the audience.
you pantomime catching it with your eyes.
the NFL is being sued for the pretend bow and arrow that hit a fan.
Yeah. Well, no, we missed the whole story of the week, and I just remembered it right now. So fuck me. Who's the wife beater on the Giants? The wife beating kicker,
God, Josh Brown.
Josh Brown, and the whole thing was
kicker.
He did not. Yeah, he didn't go to London with the team because apparently somehow this team that's all about like, man, we don't like women getting beaten. You know, we're the safe league. There were whispers this dude fucking rang his wife like a bell at dinner time, and really, I think what they thought he had done it once. So he got in touch with hot water, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, we learned about like multiple other incidents, which like anyone else would have found out about and already knew about. It was weird, but they shit the bed hard on him.
Going back to week 1, talking to Gino, he said maybe the 20 times she reported it.
Exactly.
Correct. Yeah. Maybe. And all of a sudden, supposedly a journal or something came out where he supposedly wrote that I beat my wife.
Kidding me.
Wait, like in a journal?
Shit.
So he snitched on himself?
I read
That's
this.
crazy.
Dear diary.
Dear diary, today I beat my wife. Later I'm going to go kick footballs because I'm still angry. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
You're a kicker. You shouldn't be this angry.
That's so dumb. I knew a kid who did that in high school. Like do you guys remember Service
Was a
Merchandise?
kicker for the Giants?
No, like he kept a ledger because he worked at Service Merchandise.
Okay.
And he just like wrote down all the electronics I've stolen from work.
Wow.
And his parents found it and they made him give it all back.
I thought
that's
that's
like, what's up with you?
That's awesome.
I thought you lived in Southern Virginia because you're like in high school and talking about wives beating. Real?
I'm like, that's high school level stupidity of
Oh
like,
my
I wrote
God.
down the incident report for the police to collect and act on
What
later.
the fuck
That's
electronics
awesome.
does Service have? Today I stole a ColecoVision.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
So are they going to kick him off the team or?
Yeah, what
Still playing?
is his future at this point?
I don't think he's officially off yet, but they got, was it Robbie Gold from the Bears?
They put him on the commissioner reserve list, which means you can't play.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
He's
okay.
done. He's a kicker.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Gives a shit. Yeah.
You got what's the Dallas guy, Greg Hardy? Is that his
Yeah,
name?
Yes.
that's his name.
He's a talent. I know he's a nutcase, but he's a talent.
He's fucking insane.
But he can run after the quarterback, and that's why.
Well, he's not in the league right now.
He's going to MMA.
Oh, is he?
Oh,
he's gonna
that's
go.
dope.
He's gonna go start beating men instead of beating women. So that's a good thing.
He'll find it's more difficult.
He's gonna get his ass whooped. I think that's how he's gonna get paid.
Well,
it's like so many people want to see him get his ass kicked. So
you know, it'd be perfect. And I'm a genius. Who's the MMA chick that everybody loves?
Ronda
Rousey.
Yeah,
against Greg Hardy.
She would beat the
she would
fuck destroy his ass. That'd be her comeback right there. That shit would be gruesome. Oh goodness.
Wow.
I'll start doing an MMA podcast with you we'll get sponsored for that one because that's my idea. Remember that shit.
You know what? That is not a bad idea. Holy shit.
She would beat the fuck out of him.
I'm trying to think. I guess so. Yeah, you still got training, so you can pin a guy real quickly.
But you got to do it like nowish. She put him in an arm bar, break his arm.
Yeah, like before he learns anything, before he learns even the fundamentals.
Do it right now.
With 2 weeks of training, he could beat the shit out of the most trained woman in the world. But before those 2 weeks, it's 50-50. It's a coin flip. Man, he is not. Did you ever see the photos of the chick he beat?
I never did.
A, she was really good looking, which makes it far, far more of an offense. But B, she was... Dude, I have seen steaks in better shape right before I put them on the grill. Like she was fucking black. Dude, it was hideous.
Fuck. I never saw it.
That's monstrous.
I can't look at that shit.
Like I'm shit. Like shit, you not. It looked like sides of beef where you just kind of like see like purple and shit across the flesh from God knows what they did. Yeah, it was just like this black and blue back. I'm like, ugh. But it is elegant. She would look great in Chanel. You know, that kind of shit.
See, who's the can't remember. Ravens running back he got
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice. He's still trying to make a comeback. I saw a training video of his.
Yeah.
He said he's trying to get back in the NFL now.
That's the crazy thing.
What's so fucking bizarre about him is he was falling off a goddamn cliff before he washed out of the league. Like that's why no one really fought for him. Let's call it like it is.
Because I mean, Adrian Peterson got similar trouble around the same time, and you know he was still on the upside of running the ball, so everybody was going to give him a chance.
And on the hook for like a nuts contract.
Yeah, no, but he's still good. I mean, he got hurt this year, but he's still looking great. So people are going to sign him. Greg Hardy found another job after like all the horrible shit he did. But when you're Ray Rice and you can barely average 3 yards of carry in your final year before the shit goes down, it's like a godsend for the team where they can cut him.
That video was ridiculous too. I think that was pretty much the nail.
I mean, what sucks is like, so that video is awful, but it's a video. Whereas like the shit Greg Hardy did, could you imagine if there was a video of that? Like that guy would get shot.
Yeah.
Dom, we have a listener question for you. This comes from Sarcasmic. She asked, first, are you into redheads? But second of all, she said, ask him if his dad tells stories of the Browns' glory days with Bernie Kosar and Matt Barr.
That's funny. Yes, I do love redheads. That sounds like
nice,
a weird like arrangement.
Yeah.
No, my dad used to like before I became a Browns fan. He's like, yeah, the Browns are so great, man. They do this and that, and they can run the ball, they can pass it. And I'm like, well, they can pass. And then I got to high school, so let me check these stats, and here I am today.
That is the vaguest way a father has ever sold a team. They do all this shit. They kick the ball sometimes if it's necessary.
They even got a first down one time. It's pretty crazy.
We called that game the down.
I always like tormenting. I always like tormenting Browns fans about this. Like, I'm not a Redskins fan, but I remember growing up in the area when Ernest Biner was winning a Super Bowl with the Redskins.
Oh yeah,
and I was like, this man is awesome. Where did he come from?
Oh, he's the best. Yeah,
and I had no idea that he just has been cast out of
over there.
Like the Browns. Yeah, Cleveland just shat on him.
Yeah,
and the Redskins just scooped him up and like won a Super Bowl basically.
Yeah, they washed the stink off.
Yeah,
we do that to a lot of players. Yeah, it sucks.
But you know what? I got
like Farva getting the powdered sugar blasted off.
The fact they're still your team, I've got respect because I've gone with my Skins when they're horrible. I don't jump ship. The fact that you're still a Browns fan, I got respect for you.
At some point, you don't care.
I got more respect for people who have never seen their team win at all, though. That's the crazy part. Like, y'all actually grew up when the Redskins won a couple Super Bowls, and you remember
vague memories of it.
I just remember a big white guy running with the ball.
No, because I remember, like, again, not really a Redskins fan, but I remember when the Skins went to the playoffs with RG3, it had that same feel from 25 years earlier when they were actually able to win a Super Bowl with Mark Rippon.
I heard someone make the point that if RG3's little shit knee held up, like they could have gone all the way that year. And I don't know if it was like the dumbest sports radio I've maybe ever heard in my life. Some guy on 980. I don't know who the fuck it was.
Man, it's total nonsense if you don't have home field advantage. You can't do what ifs if you don't have like
I guess so.
the number one seed.
He was just saying like that whole system. What the fuck was it they were doing the whole time? God damn it!
It's just
their offense. The not draw.
Was it like was the shotgun?
Yeah, shotgun stuff.
Yeah.
Or
They were playing to his college years.
yeah. What
The spread.
Spread. There we go. Yeah. We both thought of your mom and then
Got him.
the
Sorry
spread
if I did
offense
your-
just was like no one could figure it out that first year, and no one was great in the NFC or the AFC. So fuck it, why not? And you know what? I'll jack it to that fanfic.
Yep.
Like I don't fucking
That's
care.
ridiculous. This is why like I encourage you to do a sports show because I'm like, what the fuck do people really know on TV or
Nothing.
radio?
Nothing.
We can all just make up shit at this point.
I love it when it gets to that level, when it's like, what if this trade occurred?
I know.
Pontificate.
If
No,
only Peyton Manning were still with the Broncos,
Yeah.
they'd be undefeated right now.
I like to
You
think
know
about what if Ben Roethlisberger could run? Like that'd be crazy.
yeah.
What if
what if he had Pegasus wings?
All they're doing is reading a teleprompter.
Yeah.
you guys realize I can watch some of the guys that are kind of slow, i.e. Randy Moss. You can
Mhm.
see his eyes moving as
Oh.
he's reading the teleprompter in front of him.
There's nothing slow about Randy. You take that back.
On the flip though, like I hate watching Trent Dilfer on television. Like I hate the ESPN pregame because I'm like, what kind of like B-rated cast
Because
is
your
this?
face is
When it's
reflected in his head.
Tim Hasselbeck. When you got Tim Hasselbeck and Trent Dilfer like lecturing me on football, I'm like, you guys sucked. I don't take your opinion seriously. Like I would take any football fan more serious than you because you were bad at what you did.
I mean, Trent Dilfer, fucking the guy was a Super Bowl winning quarterback that they told to fuck off. Like, come on, how bad are you?
I'm
for that
sorry.
guy?
Like anytime I see Shannon Sharp on TV now talking about football, like it just runs through my mind. I'm like, I can't believe that you're now working in the same industry as Trent Dilfer and you never say anything bad about him because you caught passes in a Super Bowl from John Elway and Trent Dilfer. And like, you know the difference between a Hall of Fame quarterback and a piece of shit that you had to drag by his teeth.
Yeah, apparently
to a
it's
ring.
hair.
tell me how you really feel?
No, he's terrible. I can't deal with bad players being allowed to comment on like any of this thing. Like,
You're a Ravens fan because of Joe Flacco, right?
oh,
You know about great quarterbacks.
He knows elite.
hey, he's got one more ring than RG3.
Where are you from
Wait,
again?
so you guys, a real question. Do you guys think this is RG3's last season?
Nah, he can get a minimum contract somewhere. Like, why wouldn't you keep him as like a third stringer?
Like, I mean, how many games has he really played though? I feel like he's out of like what has he been in NFL for 3 years now?
No, this is his fifth, I think.
Yeah, he
He
sat
did
the bench
4 with
last
the
year.
Skins.
Yeah.
They didn't pick up his 5th year, and so the Browns got him for year 5.
And he's technically still in contract with them. He got a 2-year deal.
He's been
Oh, he got a 2 year. I thought it was.
Yeah. He got 2. So he was out the year that the Skins bubble wrapped him.
Yeah.
So last year, and then this year he's been out all but like what 30 minutes or some shit like that.
Yeah.
2
So
quarters, yeah.
I don't know. My gut, if they have any better option, they take it. I that shit's been proven. Even fucking Russell Wilson's not Russell Wilson right
If
now.
Hugh Jackson's back, which I hope he is, I
Yeah.
think RG3 will get the opportunity to play. Bless you.
I kind of like how Josh McCown played. I'm kind of hoping they.
Yeah,
give him some
dude,
more
just-
shine.
I mean,
McCown
that's
needs to go. It's not. They need to try either this kid that they drafted was another USC quarterback. What's his name?
Matt Leinart,
No.
Mark Sanchez.
It's coming to me. It's coming.
I got
to me.
nothing.
I had written his name down earlier. Oh, Cody Kessler.
Steven quarterback. No.
Kessler is the one they drafted this year, like 3rd or 4th round. He's a better option, in my opinion, than an old quarterback. 'Cause it's young.
Yeah,
team.
McCown's like who you wanted to start the year with. I get it. They want to roll the dice and see if it somehow works out with RG3. Fuck it. You got your
Yeah.
quarterback solution via just like a dude you didn't even trade for. You didn't give up a draft pick for. You have him on a shit like 2-year contract. You look like a genius if it pans out. Then it goes to fuck. So quickly you plug in McCown, and like McCown's a great replacement, but he's old and damaged now. So you guys are screwed pretty much. Like
that's why I'm hoping like Cody Kessler. I thought he was he can't throw deep. He can only throw short passes, which I'm okay with. He made some scores, but at the same time, RIP to Cody because I heard he got hurt. I got to see what happens.
And you're right. It's short passes. He's averaging like 7 yards a pass, but it's 68% completions. And you've got two good running backs. If their offense could do something, if their defense could stop anybody.
Yeah. I won't lie. My favorite game so far this year was Browns versus Ravens, 22-0 until the end.
Oh God,
when they came back.
That was fucked up.
You've got a Ravens fan in the room.
No, hey, let's talk Ravens. They've been getting their ass beat. Have you seen them just like slide?
They've been
doing terrible.
It's so weird because I absolutely bought into. They were kind of shit last year too, right? And I was like, you know what? That's not happening twice to Harbaugh. Like he is going to kick some ass, and they'll be ready to play. And now, like the whole Harbaugh thing in my mind is over. Like. Let's be honest, man. The Ravens in the AFC were in that top like 4 to 5 teams conversation and in everyone's head for like the last 10 years, right? Like you would say Ravens, Patriots, Broncos, Indy while they had Peyton, Steelers. That was like the class of the AFC, and like fucking that. The Ravens are an afterthought, man.
I mean, it's just Flacco is clearly a second-tier quarterback.
Which he always was.
With a huge contract.
Always fucking laughed when people said otherwise. Yeah, and exactly. They're getting hamstrung.
But I mean, he's behind Eli. Because you look at Eli, do you guys think Eli's an elite quarterback? Would you look at him? Like, I always take him and Flacco seriously. I can't call them elite, though.
Eli's one of those dudes where if he is your quarterback, you're not going to want to move from him, but if he's not, you're not like, I want that one.
Yeah, Eli's shown flashes, beating the Pats twice in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and
has he won a playoff game outside of those two
runs? Is the answer no to that? Actually,
I'm pretty sure it's no.
Wow. Other than those 2 hot years,
no one fact check that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds amazing.
It sounds awesome.
Fucking baller fact.
Yeah, no, he has not been great. Like I don't think he's ever had a record better than 10-6. Like his regular seasons have never been fantastic.
Doesn't matter. He got them 2 rings. I would take that in a heartbeat.
Most people would.
Yeah.
Most people would, but it's just like week to week in the regular season. It's just very frustrating to watch him like tank every other week.
With his like aw shucks little kid face on.
So I have a good question. I've always wanted someone. I was talking about it a lot before, but do you guys really think Tom Brady and them deflated the balls?
I think a lot of teams did. Like, I don't think it's that big a deal, but you know, they're punishing someone you hate. So you're like, who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, it's like finding out they fined Hitler for something. You're like, oh, he may or he might not have, but fuck it, it's Hitler. You know, like he's a bad dude.
I laugh at the idea that the Colts would have beaten them if the balls hadn't been deflated. I think that's hilarious.
Nah, I feel like it would have been the same.
Yeah.
I'd like to deflate my balls on Tom Brady. I'm just going to put that out there. Take it any way you want.
Oh, dear.
We haven't had any horrible jokes in a while. I promised the fans.
I think we're getting towards the end of the show. So, Dom, is there anything you want to plug your appearances in the DC area, sir?
Yes. This Thursday, I will be at Beans, Bits, and Brews. Not really in the DC area, but in Richmond. I'm going to make.
I'm very jealous. Please have sex with an art school girl or 2 for me.
I will do my best.
Nice.
So far, I don't look like a piece of art to them, but you know what? I'm working on it. Shout out to the redhead who thinks I'm cute.
There you go.
I hope you like unshaved armpits.
Yeah,
that's lots of red hair.
I also I'm doing a show at the Chinese Disco this Friday, and that's about it. That's so far this week.
Is there like a cool name for the Chinese disco show? Like, I want something mildly bigoted.
You would think it's like, you know, something crazy and everyone's on acid, but you get there and it's just like a bar with no food and expensive drinks. But it's fun. It's fun. I'm telling you, go. It's hilarious.
I did the show with Dom was hosting last week, and it was a blast. We had a great time. Tiny little stage you almost fall off of, and Pete even got on at the end and told a joke.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's good times. You should go out, people. It's Georgetown, Washington, D.C.
Very cool. And Dom, what is your Twitter handle so everyone can add you, especially Sarcasmic92?
Oh, nice. So my my Twitter is I can't remember the thing, but I call it Black Bruce Wayne. Just look that up. I thought it was cool at the time, but it's been a year. I need to change it.
And you need to add me back. Who said that?
My bad. I'm doing that right now.
Nice.
On Instagram, D Gray Comedy, and Snapchat, D Gray Comedy.
You are at DOMINIE18.
That's why I didn't remember it. I'm that one.
That guy.
Very cool. All right, folks, that is Papa's Football Podcast. I am John Papa Giorgio at Papa's Basement on pretty much all the social media handles out there. Facebook.com/Papa's Basement, YouTube.com/Papa's Basement. Subscribe to the show, Papa's Football Podcast, on Stitcher as well as iTunes. pfpod.com is the show's site. In papasbasement.com for my main show, Papa's Basement. You guys do your thing.
This is Howard Flood, and I just started a sports blog, Sports Go Sports on Typepad. We'll see how that goes.
Nice. And I'm Brian Bolte, and I don't know how to write, so I don't have a blog. Follow me at Choke on Ritalin.
Till next one, we're out of here.
All right, later.